front one. Wow, I was talking and no microphone. Wow. I'm so sorry. I was talking about priming second layer. I'm so sorry for this. Maybe I'm still sleeping and something. This is not my day today. I'm just fighting my equipment since 9 o'clock. I started connected everything. Nothing was working. So yeah, this is definitely not my day today. So I was talking about first layer and was pointing out that I have these spots. This is where the actually when I sanded that first layer of filler which I applied on the model, and where it was sanded practically to a bare wood, now I have these spots because the wood absorbed that primer, and now just it's like growing grains. Perfect surface is here, so it's ready to be painted, but these spots I just need to sand one more time and apply primer one more time, like here also. And on the deck I have this curly surface because this is basswood, very soft wood, very easy to work, but it's so picky to be painted. It's just lots of hair, especially on the whales. I think it's visible, you can see this. So it definitely must be sanded and primed one more time, and then we can paint it. And this is what I was saying a moment ago, also without microphone, that manufacturers usually claims on primers that it will be completely dry in 24 hours or 48 hours, but I'm usually keeping or given twice time to dry it, because from my own experience, when you will start sanding it, and if somewhere in some spots it was still with some moisture, you will peel off that primer and you just will create another awful spot which you have to maybe sometimes even to fill with that body filler or wood filler, and then prime it one more time. So better if you will keep it longer to dry, and then you will have less problems with sanding. So this model was drying all week long, so it will be perfect for sanding today. And I will leave it until next weekend to make final touch before I will paint it. And tomorrow probably we will work on spars, on sails, and we have still benches to build. So we will lots of small details. So I think I will find out what to build today and tomorrow after I prime this model. So I'm so sorry for that mistake with the microphone. I think I'm already awake. So let's work. I will use some, I believe, 320 sandpaper. I will use some Scotch-Brite. Let me check. I will use maybe finest one. And one white is the softest one for polishing. And I also have this yellow one. So my favorite sanding blocks. This is just a piece of scrap aluminum. Just it is perfectly flat and small, and also with a 90 degrees angle. Just perfect for modeling. But yes, I will not use anything bigger than 320 grade, because I just need to make perfect surface without scratches. If you will use bigger sandpaper, just you can scratch your primer, and just to create just you have to then definitely sometimes when apply 2 coats of primer again. So that's why I will not use very strong one, let's say. So let's try to sand it. Perfect. I just want to remove all these sticking out grains of wood or that hair, just to make perfect surface. Or maybe I also have to record it. Let me turn on my camera to record. I just put my camera as far as I can with 100 millimeters lens. So when I will start applying priming, so it will be far enough so the dust from the airbrush will not cover my lens into the dust. Yeah, it's definitely not my day today. I'm forgetting even words. But this is probably also the biggest advantage to use this double component filler, like for car repairs, body filler, or even double component wood filler also existing, because you are getting such a perfect smooth surface that regular wood fillers sometimes just can't give you this easy to work surface. You just have to try both, and then you will choose what is better. And I tried both of them. That's why I'm choosing always this double component body filler. Usually the finest one, or almost the finest one. For who is familiar with car repairs, there is some like with big grains fillers, then mid-size fillers. Usually it's all-purpose fillers. Then fine, and the finest one, the most smoothest one. So it's the thinner grains, the lighter also the filler, and just this is the best one for ship models. And usually I can see lots of just wood fillers. They are with such huge grains. It's nice, perfect for furniture, but it looks awful on models. Just too big grains. I will need this just to clean it. And also I need to remove this hair on whales. And just why I'm talking so much about wood filler, just right before the live stream, I have read comment in the group, our group on the Facebook, who is building this model with me. That was exactly the question: what type or which brand who found what in the United States? And I just commented and posted links to Amazon. Actually, I found Bondo. I have seen in Home Depot, or no, it was Lowe's. I have seen in Lowe's. Bondo, different type of wood fillers for car repairs, exactly, body fillers. And you can buy them on Amazon. Just, I already have this habit to buy everything on Amazon since COVID came. When I just moved here, it was just in front of COVID. So I'm just having this habit to buy everything there. Although in the store you can buy much cheaper, same products. And actually I'm struggling right now. All week long I was searching for Bob Smith Industry cyanoacrylate, and I can't find it it is not available in Michael's, nothing in Home Depot. I couldn't find anything in Lowe's. Haven't seen Hobby Lobby a while. If somebody have been there, can you tell me if they have this Bob Smith Industry cyanoacrylates, different types, like this one is gap filling. I need thin cyanoacrylate. I just can't find it around me in any store. And on Amazon this glue costs a lot. I like how it looks now. So now I need to clean rail also, toy rail. Don't know why it is toy rail. I have seen this term first time on the drawings of this model, and previous day sailor it was also toy rail. And the cabin, everything should be sanded just to remove this hairy texture. Just I remember I bought my first Bob Smith Industry cyanoacrylate. It was in Hobby Lobby. And then I think I have seen it in Michael's, or just mistaken it with Hobby Lobby. And now I just can't find it around me. Like, just disappeared. Hobby Town. Okay, I will check if I have something around me. Nice, when it's sanded, it's perfect. Let me fix a little camera because I think I'm losing focus. Like this. The inconvenience to put camera so far, I can't get it from here. Need to get up. Okay, this will be the most tricky place. I think on one of the annual conferences I got this as a gift. Usually you can find in that envelope with registration some gifts like small clamps and it's not like sandpaper, just sticks with sanding papers glue on them. And this is very convenient in such places because it's soft, you can bend them, and it's very convenient to clean in such tricky places. I believe Micromark. I have seen their products on Amazon also. They have such sticks. I believe this is their something that they created, and then everybody started copying similar sticks for sale. It's very, very convenient, really. Nothing can reach under this roof. But these sticks can. I like them. And they were sitting on my shelf 2 or 3 years when I first time tried to use them, and it happens to be really very useful. I can sand with regular sandpaper. I need to try that non-toxic because I'm allergic to cyanoacrylate actually. This is really something good. Now this is also tricky spot under the roof. Okay, let me finish this side. So this side will be ready, and it was playing this toy rail. And also I need to sand keel from all this, and this small part, it's very hairy. It was bent also, so it needs to be also polished and sanded. Oh, and now I remember that I forgot to glue one small tiny piece of wood from rounded dowel, just decoration. So this is what I will do before applying second layer of priming, because I forgot. What do you mean gluing first is better? What are you talking about? I'm trying to read all questions and comments. Oh, have you ever stained wood before gluing, or will the stain prevent? Actually, this is a very big topic. What you are seeing stained wood on samples in the store, they are beautiful. Their job just to improve, just like to make that wood texture and that beautiful, different, don't know, not images. I'm trying to find proper word. Actually, when it is in proper one-to-one scale, wood has its own beautiful texture, and stains just are making it more contrast, so you can see it on your furniture. It's beautiful, but it does not work same way on models, because it's a scale model, and stains just can make your models look dirty, because grains got that stain in the pores, and it will look just awful. So before applying any stains, you have to play with different type of grain sealers, if it's a proper term. Like, I couldn't find here a real nitro varnish. It's very toxic, smells awful, but for example, if you apply such type of first under layer or undercoat, so to clog all the pores and grains, and then you will apply on top of it any kind of stains, you just will get a beautiful color, and it will not make your model dirty. You can do it also with cyanoacrylate. It's also eyes eating, but just to clog the pores before you will apply stain, you will get same effect, but it's again just really very unpleasant to work with. And I haven't found anything different kind of such grain filler before applying wood stains here in the United States. I just know these techniques with nitro varnishes. And so yes, sometimes people are staining planks first, because if you will get some glue drops on the wood and you will not scrape it off. That's why I'm scraping off my glue always with this scraper, just not to let glue clog the pores, because if you will use stains, oils, just you will get that whitish spots, so model will be spotted. That's why I'm using scraper, or that's why I'm also using that blade from utility knives, just to scrape off my completely decks or planking, so I will be absolutely sure that I have cleaned the surface from all that invisible spots of glue, and so just to open completely that wood for oils. Usually I'm oiling or using shellacs, but even if these materials, if you will not clean your surface from glue properly, you will get that whitish spots. But this is really, for every model it can be applied differently. Depends what effect would you like to get, or what would you like to see on your model. Yeah, this model will get colors and textures, and will get some contrast when I start painting it. But yeah, right now it's just like entire piece of something. It will be much better when I will paint it, and then I will add some wooden parts like seats. This is actually a very tricky spot to sand and to make it even. So here was a drop of glue, which I haven't cleaned. And watch me how I will forget again to glue this small piece of rounded dowel. Okay. Now this is also a tricky spot with this. Oh, good, I can clean it with sandpaper. This is nice. Just to not to destroy this joint completely. Just to clean it. I think I have, it's not even scratches, like smashed too thin. I don't know if it is visible on the camera, but I need to apply filler, and I will use here, it's very thin one. I will use it light balsa filler. Actually, this is again I will return to the question with staining wood. Every time I need to stain something, just like have no choice, I have to make something darker, just to make bigger contrast, of just to make my model more, to give my model more volume. And even if I'm thinking to add some stained parts, I probably will find some cuts off of the materials and same wood, same planks which I'm using, and will make samples. This is the best way to avoid mistakes on the model, because if you will make mistake on the model, it will be a pain in the neck to fix it, sometimes just to rip off the planks and make new ones. So that's why I'm making samples. If I like the result on samples, like applying different this undercoat to close grains, cyanoacrylate, different varnishes. And why I'm talking about this, once I used, that was actually my bounty model, second model which I built in Kyiv, and I used acrylic varnish on the deck, and then I applied without samples, just smashed it on the deck, stain, and that stain just eaten that varnish like it wasn't there, never was there actually. So I got the dirty deck, and it was pain in the neck to scrape it off, because that planking, that was just thin veneer. And I was scraping and scraping and scraping, and at some point I understand that this is already too thin, so I just left it as it was. But I learned that lesson. If you are trying to apply something new you haven't used before, definitely you have to make some samples. And even if you used it before, the wood can be different, the moisture in wood can be different, so everything can create different result. Better to make samples, and if you like the result on samples, then you can apply it to your model. Yeah, it takes some time, just wasted time. You want to build that model faster, but just trust me, it is better to spend the time on samples than after awful result thinking about what to do with this model. Should I throw it away in the trash can and buy a new one, or how to fix it? Sometimes you can, for example, just glue another layer of veneer, like new planking. Veneer is the thinnest one and the easiest one way, but you are losing that historical accuracy if it was historically accurate build, designed from the very beginning. But sometimes just to create a new layer of planking, if it is possible to glue to that stain, this is the best solution to fix mistakes. But more often you have to just rip off that destroyed planks and glue new ones. I think I made even surface now. I need to add more in one spot. Okay, let it dry first. I don't want to spread it like this. Then I will sand it. This is balsa filler, very light. I'm using this quite often in that places on models which is very difficult to reach, because this is very easy to apply and sand, very light. But it's very sometimes not very sticky as the double component fillers. But when it dried, it's very difficult to remove it. Okay, where is my, okay, this one. I want to finish this rail, toy rail. This is the most curly, hairy part. And these toy rails, I believe, should be black. Yes. So when I will apply paint to the deck, I will paint rails and rails with brush for sure. To spend lots of paint, and just if you will make perfect surface with priming, you just can apply paint with brush and it just thin it, so you can get thinner paint. It will lay on the model more evenly. And just you have to add a few layers, or to make few layers, and it will be very beautiful. So even if you don't have airbrush or don't want to buy expensive canned paint, so just buy primer, and the rest you can apply with brush. But yes, I'm trying to make perfect surface, even if I will use airbrush. On here you can, I don't know, I think it's visible. Let me clean it with brush. This such spots where I was applying glue and it was spilled PVA or more likely cyanoacrylate. So now this is perfect surface. Pores or grains were closed or clogged. And when I applied this primer, it hasn't grown that hair. When the deck, when it was bare wood, it started getting that hairs. So that's why I'm talking about so to clog grains or pores, if it's proper term to say about wood. So it can't absorb any stains, or in this case, this was primer. Then you can apply safely different stains. Andrei has written Ukrainian comment that it's very strange for him to paint wooden model after plastic. Так, дивно, тому що пластик має вже ідеальну поверхню, і вам не треба турбуватися про це от волосся, яке піднялося після ґрунтування. Ви одразу маєте ідеальну поверхню. А тоді як дерев'яну модель потрібно підготувати. Якраз ви його ґрунтуєте, перший шар, для того, щоб підняти весь цей ворс, волосся, щоб потім прибрати, і вже другий раз, коли його ґрунтуєте, ви отримуєте ідеальну поверхню. Тоді ви можете фарбувати. So I'm not a plastic builder, but I know this about plastic models, that you are practically getting perfect surface from the first layer priming. You don't have to deal with all this hair curly stuff which is growing after applying first layer of primer. But this is exactly for what purpose you are applying first layer, just to see what you can remove and how to make perfect surface. So you are doing this is actually intentionally to raise all this hair so you can remove it. And then when you will use paint, everything will be fine. You know how much visible this surface, this piece of deck is perfect, and this is still curly. I don't know if it's visible, how much it's visible under different angles. You see this? I hope you can see it. But trust me, this one is already perfect, and this one is still curly, let's say. So I don't know how much I will deal today with SPARS if I'm already sanding 40 minutes trying to prepare to get second layer of priming, and it's still halfway there only. And I think actually this type of kits from Midwest just perfect for first model for plastic builders, because you already know that many tricks, techniques with painting. Because I think this is the most difficult part probably with plastic models. To glue it, you just literally have to take two pieces of plastic, glue it together, and you have a model which you have to paint. And the quality of the model depends how you will paint it, how it will be realistically painted. When it is wood, you have to add that shades to create perfect color of the wood, even if it is properly textured. You just tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, depends on the model. Yeah, maybe. How about wooden models, wooden sailing ships? Is it difficult to paint? I'm translating that Ukrainian comments without even saying that I'm translating it. I'm just chatting right now with Ukrainian modeler who is building his first wooden model after plastic. So for him this is weird and strange feelings, how to paint wooden model. That he got these troubles with all these hairs, that he has to sand it and prepare it for painting. Oh, you're welcome, Lida. Are you building plastic model too? Ліда, чи будуєте ви пластикову модель також? Okay, the tricky spot. Planking. I probably will use only Scotch Brite. I'm planning to paint the deck, or this piece of planking, in grey, and maybe I will paint also the roof of the cabin grey, just to make it, finish it, just to make this balance on the model. Now I'm talking like a photographer. Color balance, that when you have a model, one spot is dark, so you have to create second spot to balance model. Or in my case, to balance picture. Because on this picture on the box, it's white, but it looks weird if you have white cabin and white roof, something like is missing. And in the instructions they are given, just you are advised you can paint it in any colors you like. So I'm painting it in gray. I will paint deck in same color as Day Sailor, as I said before. And I have shown in previous episodes, but I will repeat it again today, which color of bottom paint I will use. It is Model Expo paint. It is for brush painting, but I will dilute it, will thin it, and will use it with an airbrush too. Actually, this Scotch Brite is working on this surface, so I can use only Scotch Brite. And some sides also. Nice. That one will not be visible under the seats. Only this on sides a little. Okay, let me finish now. This side is sanded and this one is still curly, and actually all entire this side is still curly. So let's remove all these spots. This side is actually much better. So I prepared it much better for priming. Just small quantity to sand left. Hello, Johnny. You haven't missed much. I'm just sanding this first layer of priming and talking, and I'm still sanding, so you haven't missed much. I will sand this side also, so I practically will repeat everything what I have done before. And I was hoping today also to work on the SPARS, but looks like I just will finish preparing my model for second layer priming. But I hope at least I will cut all SPARS to a proper length, so I can shape them tomorrow, because I already can see that I have no time, or don't have enough time to make it today as I was planning to. Yeah, these tiny rails and whales, they are the most curly, hairy. I think something to sand in between. Nice. Usually bending sandpaper, when it's just freshly bent, you are getting this sharp edge, so you can clean these edges between two rails. Good. And on the deck. Actually, it is even better with Scotch-Brite to clean. I just have seen a drop of something, maybe glue, or spot of glue which soak into wood. Very nice to do it with Scotch-Brite. Nice, Lida. Yeah, it's so nice to watch when somebody is building. It's so easy. I know that feelings. Details just makes your they are making your model in which you just want to sit closer, grab that magnifying glass and just dive into a model. This is, I think, the most spectacular. This is what I'm doing usually at the museums when I'm... Recently I just visited art museum in Boston, and they have small collection of models, contemporary models. Actually, I photograph them. I can make video just to show them to you. And this is the type of models when you just can sit and watch for hours. For example, I have seen this time a few things which I was thinking about how it was done. It is not that really clear, and you just can see, for example, in contemporary paintings like reef. Forgot the name of the sails. Oh, on the bowsprit you have sails. That one with crossed reef points on them. Dr. Batchvarov, you know what I'm talking about? Please drop me in the comments this term. Just stay sails in my head right now. My God, I need a book to check the terminology. Today is not my day from the very beginning when I was trying to connect everything and got that problem with microphone at the beginning. I will remember the name of the sail when I finish this live stream, probably. No, the sail on the bowsprit, which usually has this two reef points. They are like crossed. Now it's just bothering me. Give me a second. Sprit sail. Just opened book in proper place. This is what I'm talking about. And on one of the contemporary models, the sprit sail was actually reefed, and I just have seen it first time. So the modeler who was building that model, he definitely has seen this live on the ships which were sailing around him. So I have seen this first time how it was really done. I just photographed it carefully and just took it into my library or archive that if I want to reef what sprit sail. So now I know how, because I have some books with some contemporary paintings. You can see that that sail is reefed, but you can't see details which you can see on the model. Unfortunately, that model was hanging on the wall almost closer to the top, so the highest, but I still could just take pictures from the lower view, and it was nice. Yeah, it's 3 a.m., that's right. I think this side is ready too, so let me apply or use Scotch Brite on this side. So yes, I like to visit such museums. When you are seeing such beautiful model and you can understand that that one was built in the era where even they haven't sewing machines. You can see how they were sewing each seam just with hands. You can see that stitches. And this is just wow, it's impressive. Without any power tools, without even that hand tools which we have today. So they were cutting planks differently, so probably just with knives, and then just with they send them to the perfect, that flat, shiny surface. And this is just wow. And for that period, that models were like not just diorama for us. It was like maquette. What model shipwright can build for clients. So just to show them, like, this is my project. This is the type of ship I can build. No, worse, I will forget it again during the live stream. Now I will send this piece of filler. Okay, I think it's ready. Now I need to glue this tiny piece of wood in the bow. Just to clean a little this spot. What it was, which type of the rounded ball I need to cut. It is not here, it is not here. Where is it? Should be around here. Or earlier. You've seen it somewhere. Display stand, this is not it. Painting, it is not here. Or color scheme, I found it. Sealer primer glaze, hole below waterline boxcar red, hole above waterline cabin and Cummins reefer white, trail boards engine black, and decks buff. Yep, understandable. But how about the tiny piece of wood? It's not fair. Can be in the end somewhere. Ha! It is in the end. Actually, when it was already rigged and SPARS were installed, now I found this on the page 36. Cut 1/8 length of 1/8 die dowel and glue it to the bottom of the bowsprit. Use a small brush, carefully apply black paint to a dowel. So somebody also forgot to install this picture on time. 1/8 in millimeters, this is 3.2 millimeters. Tiny small piece of wood. Okay. There is a bag. Oh, come on. Not what I needed. And right now I probably have to look for where I have put all these wooden materials. Right. On the previous episode, I remember I was taking out that long bag with different parts, and where I have put them, because they are not in the box. Oh, this is not good. This is cuts off. Oh no, it is here. Found it. So I can put these sails back and drawings and these materials, so I will not lose them. This is the one, probably. This is 3 millimeters. How many I said? 3.2. Oh, yes. So this is it from this one. Now probably I can clean this side first. I have to cut it because it's chipped off a little. So I will just cut a piece to make perfect edge. Clean it a little. And another 3 millimeters, 3.2. Cut it. So it should be here. Oh, it's not wide enough. Just look weird. Was it? Same 1/8. Page 36. Yeah. What it is showing on the drawings? If it is showing. Yes. Same 1/8. Okay, but it's just look shorter and not because this part is wider than this rounded piece. Oh. Now let me put focus back on this bow. Take it closer. So I will clean this edge from primer. Good primer. Not that easy to clean. Just will make flat surface on one side with this rounded dough. Just a little. I believe it's visible. And I will use cyanoacrylate and PVA to glue it in proper place. Here. I think it probably should be like this, and I have to sand it maybe. Or how the bowsprit is laying on this? Where is it drawing? It is actually showing. Where is the second drawing? is actually showing that I have to make the proper angle of this part, and it should be at an angle. See this glue from gluing these parts. Come on, I just need to remove it. Where is my favorite sanding block? I think this way you can see better. And this is how I have to glue it. So straight line on the upper part. Actually I can also try to take my bowsprit just to create perfect straight line. What is the thickness of the bowsprit? Oh, bowsprit 1/8 square piece. Okay. I believe this is the bowsprit. This piece should be bowsprit. Yes, 321 millimeter. This is the bowsprit. So I need to create, to put it in one line. Come on. And this is how I have to glue it. It's visible, I believe. Just to make this perfect line for my gluing. Okay, it's visible. Perfect. Let me position my camera. And I will use a drop of PVA and cyanoacrylate. The last drops of thick cyanoacrylate. I definitely need to find more. or I have to order it inexpensive, at expensive price. And drop of PV, just tiny one. Don't know if I will need this spray to cure or to harden cyanoacrylate, but just in case I will keep it. Okay, now I need to look somehow so I can see what I'm gluing. No, you can't see it. Can you see? Good. Because it's not visible for me what I'm doing. Well, maybe I will remove it. Because I need to position it properly centered. Oh, yes, it is centered and positioned. Good. Now, while cyanoacrylate is curing, actually it is already there, I will cover all this, so I will not color my cutting mat when I will start applying second coat. Finally, I will put my strips and planks back into the box. This will go here, we'll remove all tools and we'll cover them also. So I will put all this stuff here. Blue drawings will go in the box. I will hide my book. And we'll cover all this also so it will not get dust from airbrush. Good. I also need something to cover my laptop. This I will cover my phone. Like this. So I will again apply on the deck first. So I will put it back on the stand. I believe this is how it was. Oh, and I need to move my camera farther. I will not put it properly, not deep enough, because I need to remove it later. Okay. Now, air compressor, gloves, airbrush. Oh, good. I haven't forgotten to clean it. Primer. Where is my thinner? Oh, I need to order more thinner. Let me move this video so you can see it clearly. So it took me only 1 hour 20 minutes to prepare it. So I will put on gloves. Oh, and while I'm priming it, I will also close and cover my microphone and camera. So I will turn off the sound so you can't hear me through microphone, but I hope you can hear me through laptop just to save my microphone. So again, I will show this. I don't know how much you could hear me from laptop microphone, but I need just a few minutes to dry this one so I can flip it. Just maybe 5-10 minutes to touch it, and I can flip it and paint the bottom. So if you have any questions, we can chat right now. If I have missed any questions in this chat, just drop them in regular comments under the video, because this chat will disappear up to 2 days while the YouTube processing video, and when it will be finally available in HD quality, and this live chat will appear, sometimes takes 2 days. Oh, what is your most favorite build so far? Oh, actually, maybe this is Confederacy. I'm just so enjoying this model. I'm not rushing it. Yeah, I'm not Russian at all. I just like this ship, and I have learned history of it. It was built literally upriver where I'm living, so it was built in my area. And actually, the Confederacy frigate has quite a long career before she was captured by British, and actually that's why we have such detailed drawings. They captured her and took lines of her. That's why we now have this chance to build this frigate. And I like the shape of it. And because I want to calculate rigging and spars, so I want to make not just hull, because manufacturer provides all materials and drawings for the hull, but I want to reconstruct entire ship with spars, with rigging, with sails. So I will show this exactly in the video, an example of Confederacy, how to calculate spars, depends on the length of the ship. And also, actually, this is what I will use. This is David Steele, this is second volume, this is for 7 sails. I believe first one is for spars, and third one for rigging. And fourth volume, this is just how to sail, actually, how to use all this together. So this is what I will use for reconstruction of the Confederacy. Okay, any more questions? Or if you want to stain your deck and moldings, you try to use shellac. Actually, when I was building Day Sailor, I liked the effect when I applied shellac and then painted my spars. It was like grain filler. So after I primed, it was without all these hairs, and so you can just use shellac for entire model. It's alcohol based, probably that's why. It dries very fast, and wood grains can't grow and curl up in that hair. So maybe that's why. And it was just perfect underlayer or undercoat for priming and painting. So you just can use it for entire model. Actually, I could use it too. I have some shellac right on my shelf. So maybe I will use it next time when I will paint something. And then you just can paint everything else what will not be stained. Okay, just checking if you have more questions here. Just as I said, if I missed something, just drop them in the regular comments. I think I can't see anything. Yeah, I think this is all. Do you do a very fine wet sanding on your painted models at the end? Oh, no, I'm not doing wet sanding at all. It is wood, and still, if this one is completely painted, but mostly my models were painted only underwater line and maximum some rails or whales. But I'm not using wet sanding at all. Maybe it's acceptable on plastic, but this is something what I would not recommend to use on wooden models. Although these body filler, automotive body fillers, they can be sanded, wet sanding is acceptable for it. But I don't have to have that perfect shiny surface like for car when you're repairing your cars. This is a wooden ship, and if you look on original ones, even if it looks like it's smooth, you still can see something uneven somewhere. So this is what I'm trying to get on my models too. So I'm not creating eggshell from my models. Still wet, I can see in some spots, but it's almost dried. So I have another 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, actually, this is a very good question for Andrei Krugliakov, Ukrainian viewer, about wet sanding. Андрій, ви коли будуєте пластикові моделі, а можливо ви використовуєте мокре шліфування або вологе шліфування? Just ask Andrew about wet sanding on plastic models if plastic builders are using it. Just pure curiosity. And it will be dry here in the bow and in the stern part, so I can put it on 2 wooden blocks. Actually, I can see these 2 wooden blocks. Oh yeah, Andrew answers that very rarely, but so yeah, it's acceptable for plastic models to use wet sanding. This is what I was thinking. And again, when it is necessary to create a very even, perfect surface. So now I'm learning something new from you guys too. What if I will decide to build plastic model? Now I know that I can use wet sanding. Still wet. The stern is actually dry, but in the bow it's still shining. Let's wait a few more minutes. Yeah, Douglas, I quite agree with you. I prefer absolutely completely wooden ships too. Maybe that's why the next build log or group build will be Philadelphia gunboat. While I'm waiting, I can advertise it one more time who hasn't seen or haven't heard what I'm preparing for the next build. So I'm planning to start it in May, first weekend of May. The next group build will be Philadelphia gunboat in scale 1:24. It's completely wooden boat. Essentially, this is just a big boat. And usually if you are trying to choose a small kit to build, like a first one, it's not that easy to build. Probably even Mayflower will be easier to build. But this is a quite large boat, so, and in a big scale, so should be plus minus easier in one point. But again, every kind of boats, live boats, which are available like separate kits, it is much more complicated than actually a ship, like even if it is a bigger scale or smaller scale. So that's why I have chosen this one to build together, just to practice. It's not that many planking on it, but just perfect to try to plank such tricky and picky build. And it's also with 3 guns, so we will practice how to rig guns also, and it is 1 mast. So it's not that much, and because it's quite large boat, so if you hasn't that quantity of space, you just can make spars laying on the deck, like the boat is ready to be launched, or you just can set up mast and rigging. And I believe that the kit is without sails, but I'm planning to make it with sails. So I have bought a few books. Actually, I have one. I bought another book, so I will reconstruct her with sails. And I think I can flip my lobster smack finally. Okay, so this will go bow stern. Like, I need to put it farther. Maybe this one will go farther. Like this. Good. And I will remove the stand. Actually, stand needs additional sand and have some spots from the stain or actually primer. So let me move it so it is completely visible. Okay, we'll move this video in this corner. Wrong direction, like this. And I will put focus on it. And actually, I'm thinking something after the Philadelphia gunboat, something what is like traditional hull planking. So just searching a model which will be with small quantity of guns, with maybe single-masted, something what will not take lots of time on live. So actually, I want to show planking, but I want to find something less labor-consuming for the rest of the details and model. So I'm thinking about it. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. I will look at them. Okay, good. So I will cover my microphone and laptop, so I will disconnect it again. And we'll come back after I finish priming this part of the model. I'm back with my microphone. I hope you can hear me now. I have Blue Noise 2 twin mask. What do you mean? Maybe twin double planking? Oh, I haven't understood what are you talking about. What is twin mask? Oh, perfect. Let me. I want to remove this model, and I hope I have time to cut or prepare for tomorrow to make spars. Yes, I have 10 minutes. Good. So let me put this aside to dry. Better not to sneeze at this moment. Okay. The model is drying. Good. But as I said, we will paint it next weekend because it still needs somewhere to touch with Scotch-Brite, where it's still I can see some small tiny spots needs to be sanded one more time, slightly touched. And because I have to, maybe I will paint first white and then I will start applying masking tape, so it should be completely dry. So let's prepare spars. I believe this is the only drawing with spars. Yes, it is. Sort of visible. Small tiny piece for this corner. Good. And instructions. So what do we have here? Must and spars. Must. 1/4 12 inches long, and 1/4, this is in millimeters, 6.35. I can open this now, and I can open my favorite picture now, and I can find finally a pencil. So let's make it 6.35 millimeters, and I have somewhere a big ruler, maybe 12 inches. This is 305 millimeters. I know I have metric builders here, so I'm translating it also for you. Converting it also for you. I believe this is this one. $6.36. Yes, it is. I'm recording. No. Okay. So big ruler. It's 303 millimeters. 2 millimeters shorter than I have to have. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. It's okay. Okay, this is main mast. So what I have to do, topper mast as shown on the plan sheet number 2. I believe this is number 2, where it is. Any marks? Yes, 2 of 2. This is number 2. So in the end of this mast, I have to have. Oh, good. I glue it in this way that you can't see it. So the top of the mast should be 235 millimeters. And I will mark it like every maybe. Why my chair is making this noise? Every 10. So here it should be. So I will check in a moment, and I will mark it here. 5.4 millimeters diameter, and here it is 4.5 millimeters diameter. Okay, we will taper it. The next one will be boom, I believe. The boom is made from 1/8 per 12 inches. 1/8, I already translated it today, but I don't remember what was that size. This is right here. 1/8, 3.2 millimeters. 3.2 and 12 inches. This is 305 millimeters. So this one, this is boom, I believe. Yes, it is. I need 305. And this one will be only 296 because I cut 3 millimeters and it was shorter. Fantastic. And this is not good because boom should be long enough, and this drawing actually has proper drawing. I just need to move this video. It's not sure, you can't see it, right? This corner, fantastic. I position it everything wrong. Let me move to show you this drawing. Okay, and this corner should be unglued, and this was a mistake with the day sailor, but here it is proper drawing. You see how much longer boom, because you have to just tighten your sail, so you have this space where you can just stretch it properly, because when the day sailor drawing was just boom was ended up together with the end of the sail, and that was wrong. So this one made right, it is correct, just the length of the boom shorter. Or I have translated something wrong with sizes. Oh no, this is not size, this is probably the size of the dowel, but I need to measure these sizes on the drawing. Then everything is right, then it is correct. I have cut from this side, then everything is good. Then it is not 305. This is wrong. It should be... Let me measure it with a ruler now. So it is 265 millimeters. And how about main mast? But with the main mast it is more difficult because I don't know how deep it can go inside the hull. And this is something that I have to measure. So it should be 262 plus something inside the hole. Which one is more beautiful? So when the model will dry, I will measure it how deep it goes in the hole, but this is visible part. So let me make entire radius. So this is something which will go under the deck. And I will measure tomorrow how deep it should be. Okay, such thin boom, and it also has to be tapered. It's very thin. On the drawing it looks like thicker. Oh, in inches. 3.7. 3.26. And it is very soft. Okay, I have some walnut dowels, and I believe this one is a little thicker, so I can taper this one. 3.7, exactly how it is on the drawing. Because on the drawing this diameter here, 3.7 millimeters. And in the end, .3 millimeters. And this one in the kit, 3.2. So half millimeter thinner than it should be. Okay, I will use this one from the kit, but it is really weird. So I think I measured how, yeah, I have to cut it. Now I will cut, okay, this one without jib club, but it is with gaff. Let's search for the gaff. Gaff. No, I want to find which piece for it. It's about mast. It's boom. Oh, the gaff made out from 1/16 per 6 inch. 1/16, 1/16. 1.6 millimeters. And I need to find it. This is square. And cut to length. Okay. I believe it should be something square. Or no, I have something rounded, very thin. In scale 1 to 24, it is very thin, I believe. It's 2.1 millimeter. What it is showing on the drawing. Looks like it. .4. So on the drawing it is even thicker. This is really very thin for this scale. 2 millimeters in the end. Let me show you this. Yeah, it is already to proper length. But this one, 2.1. So this is actually the end of this gaff. But it is not thick enough at the very beginning. Oh, it's not good. really, because it's very thin. I'm afraid that I can't stretch even sail on it. It will look very weird. Even visually. This scale, it's not up to scale. Okay, so the only what is left is our bowsprit. Bowsprit, sheet number 2. Cut the bowsprit to length from the 1/8, so I already converted 1/8. This is 3.2 millimeters. So 3.2. So this should be bowsprit. 314, 3.2. Okay. Just to check it on the drawing. Okay, this is the length of it, but it should be at an angle. Okay, we'll cut it, and probably this is the piece which I have to use for this, for the bowsprit also. Still have some planks cut off. Let's cut it. Scalpel. I will need scalpel, and I will bring camera closer. If it's where I will work. I will keep this one here. Definitely will need it. So this is my boom. And I will keep this piece here. So this is my gaff, it's proper length, okay, and mast I will cut tomorrow when I will figure out how deep it should go into the model. And I believe I can finish today's episode with this. I have touched SPARS, so this is what I was planning to do today. So, and I can even probably bring the model here, it's more or less dry to touch. So, and I can put all the SPARS next to it. So this is it for today. Looks like it's ready to be painted. Oh, and I promised you to show you which paint I will use. I have one of these Model Expo paints, whole copper red. Again, on my, I can see on the screen it's more pinkish, but let me show you on this. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one is more realistic. It's brownish, like rust red. And it's really very nice as a bottom paint. So this is what I will use. Let me show you this number. And I will use it with an airbrush. I just will thin this paint because it is very thick. And actually these paints are very good. They are self-leveled, and if you will thin them, and so you can apply 1 or 2 coats, it will look even more even on the surface. So if you created perfect surface with priming, you just easily can use brushes to paint your model. Oh, my pleasure, guys. Yes, this is water-based paints. You can dilute it with water, but I prefer to dilute it with proper thinners, like this airbrush thinner. Now I need to... I can show it here. And so I prefer to use these ones. Just when you are adding some water, it can make some flakes. It's not that perfect as you can... Not that result which you want to get. And just this one is more smooth. I know people are making airbrush thinners on their own, and it contains also this dishwashing liquid, literally soap. So I don't know exact formula, but if I don't know, I prefer to buy already ready-made one. So tomorrow we will work on the SPARS. Just don't want to touch model today. And all that spots which were just like poking out of the model with the wooden grains, they are not visible anymore. I still will touch hole with Scotch-Brite, but what I'm seeing now, I'm happy with the result. The model is ready to be painted. So then see you tomorrow, and we will work on the SPARS. So probably I will repeat the same title, or I will make a new one with this ready cut SPARS. So thank you very much for coming. This is my pleasure to show you what I know and to share it with you. I'm just very happy to do this. Yes, I will be here tomorrow. Are you not asking me? Yeah, I will be here tomorrow, so we will work on the SPARS. Previous Sunday I wasn't here because I was going to Boston to pick up my models from USS Constitution Museum. They were there at the exhibition more than a month. So that's why I missed our meeting on Sunday, previous Sunday. But tomorrow I will be here. Oh, thank you, Martin. So thank you very much one more time for coming, supporting my channel, and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.